Hey everybody, welcome to Back Road Living. In today's video, we're going to be discussing food prices for 2021 and the forecast for grocery store closings. It may not be just the food prices we have to worry about in this upcoming year. Hang in there and we'll get right on into it. Here we are in 2021. We're looking at the same things we looked at in 2020. We're looking at more job closures. We're looking at more unemployment. Unemployment's going to reach no doubt, a world record, all-time high that it's ever been. We've got a new administration, a new Congress. We've got a new Senate. But we've got the same old stuff that's going on, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. It's not improving. None of this is improving like the current administration said it would. They're looking at increasing minimum wage. They're looking at increasing everything they can in spending. They're looking at another stimulus as soon as they can get it passed. We've just been in one stimulus after the other for the last year. The dollar is weakening all over the world. People are struggling everywhere. Everywhere. And I ran across this article and it made me think of a live video we did the other day on YouTube here, and we talked about mostly about food shortages is what we talked about, and how that a window of opportunity might be passing pretty soon for a lot of us, because we don't know how soon that we're going to have food shortages, and we're going to have them, because like we've talked about so many times before, there have been shortages of corn. We had the Directo back last year that destroyed 11 million acres of corn. There was millions of acres of soy destroyed. There was rice, millions of acres in rice in China destroyed by floods. There was in Vietnam, they had droughts, and their rice production has been way down. And all these countries now have shut off their exports and have had them shut off for some time. We're not going to be able to buy from them when we get low on this stuff. And we have continued over the last several months to ship our grains and our wheat and our stuff like that out to all these other countries. And the problem with that is we're living on last year's crops, the surplus from last year and the year before. That's how we do these things. We live on the surplus of the year before. And what we're doing right now is we're sending our surplus off. We're getting rid of it. We're shipping it to other countries. And there's going to be a food shortage, folks. Eventually there'll be a shortage because of all this stuff that took place. We don't know how soon it's going to come, but it is going to come. And then I run across this article, and it made me realize just how fragile the economy is that we're living in right now. Because when we look at this and think about that the current administration is trying to continue and still yet trying to get a pay hike for minimum wage up to $15 an hour, and that's going to put many corporations like this, that's going to put people that's got hundreds of employees, raising people from maybe $10 an hour to $15 an hour, just like that, overnight. You're looking at a $5 an hour pay increase, and when you're managing hundreds, possibly even thousands of employees, that's going to add up to a tremendous amount of money. And when it does, then they're either going to have to raise their prices to compensate for the pay they give their employees, or they're going to have to shut their doors and just go home. And there'll be many of them that shut their doors and go home if this pay hike is passed. And even if it isn't, we're still going to see a lot of grocery stores, a lot of other types of stores, retail outlets, close their doors and go home, just like they did in 2020, because unemployment is going to continue to rise. This thing that started in 2020 has not ended. All it has done is picked up speed. It's going to continue in 2021. They're not going to let this thing lay down and go away. They're going to ride it just like till they just kill it out. And they're going to get every dime they can out of the American people by doing it. And they're going to put everybody out of business that they can in the process. And we're going to see two of them right here that they did. In Long Beach, it says 2 struggling supermarkets in Long Beach shut down as city council orders coronavirus pandemic pay hike. Let's look at this just a second. And one of the things about this, that was really amazing to me. It was the company that owns these stores that they shut down. It says a corporation has decided to close down 2 of its supermarkets in Southern California after a local ordinance ordered the company to pay grocery workers hazard pay for providing essential services during the virus. Kroger Company. Now, you know how big Kroger is. Kroger's all over the United States. They're everywhere. Kroger, one of America's largest retail companies, made the decision to shut down 2 of its stores, a Ralph's and a Food for Less in Long Beach, Los Angeles County, following the passage of the City Council's Hero Pay Ordinance. Now, the City Council got together and they told Kroger that they are going to have to give these people hazard pay. Now, who knows how much extra that is? They said, now listen, Kroger, these folks worked during this time that people was sick, so you're going to have to give them hazard pay. Well, there's all kinds of people that work when folks are sick. There's people that get out here and climb light poles in the freezing rain and the freezing storm. There's people that get out here and dig ditches to keep floods from destroying towns and cities. There's people out here that do all kinds of what I would call hero work that don't get any extra pay because of it. They get their hourly wage. But yet, the city of Los Angeles in Long Beach has ordered Kroger to give their employees hazardous pay because they work during the virus pandemic. One of the most foolish things I've ever heard. Anyway, Long Beach City Council voted unanimously during a January 19 meeting to mandate a 120-day wage increase. Now here it was, $4 an hour for the employees of supermarkets that employ at least 15 residents of Long Beach and 300 people nationwide. You can't go around telling people and making them do things like this, or you're going to end up what you've got right here. They'll close your stores. Now, what happens when stores start closing? You don't have to worry about not finding food on the shelves. You'll have to start worrying about finding a store to buy it from. And these things are going to keep on going. It'll continue right on as long as these people who have a little bit of power and a little bit of influence, and they can spout out their mandates and spout out their ordinances and spout out all this foolishness, they're going to destroy everything they can. So, folks, you better keep prepping and you better keep praying. Don't forget to like our video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share us with your friends on social media, wherever you may be able to do that at. God bless y'all. We'll see you guys in the next video.